1999 on the Proton GTI, 1.8 litre petrol engine, 16 valve. Quite a rare little car, this one. Quite a good little rally car back in the day as well. These little GTIs. Right, bodyweight wise, we're going to start off the bonnet, work our way around the car, onto the interior, and then we'll go for an engine start-up. Nice and straight up the bonnet, all nice and clean and tidy up the straight there. Couple of little stone chips on the right-hand side, but no major dings or dents. And the odd light surface scratch where it's sort of been washed. A few stone chips across that front edge there of the bonnet. On the left-hand side looks to be okay. Two very small sort of outward dents there, but again, your nose, you've got to be touching it to notice that. All nice and clear, no lack of peel at all. Onto the left-hand side, we'll see a little bit of a dent at the front of the wing there. Lights are nice and clear. The bumper itself is a bit faded and a bit scratched on the paintwork side of things. Plenty of stone chips on there. Same again on the right hand side, a little bit of crazing to the plastic there, but the light lenses are all nice and clear once again. Grills are all intact, it's all complete, that one on the front end there. Front bumper does want a little bit of paintwork. So you come round the arch on wheel arch, that's a funny little wheel arch. Wing top on the right hand side, all nice and tidy across the wing top, a few little marks in the paint. Across those lovely arches there, a few scratches and some crazing to the lacquer on the arch end, some stone chips lower down. Wheels look to be okay all the way around there. All nice and shiny. Across the lower half of the sill section on the body kit, it's nice and snug to the actual sill itself, but again, you've got this sort of crazing, cracking in the top coat of the lacquer there. Not bad at all. Lower half of the door, no rust. Coming across the lower half of the door, a few little stone chips, you've got a little mark in the paint, but all in all nice and presentable. As we come up the door, we've got a little bit of a paint edge there, so it's just starting to go just where the paint's come off the edge of the door. But all nice and straight and tidy across the door, no heavy marking around the handle, but again on the plastics there, you can see the sort of crazing to the lacquer. Wing mirror cap's all good, no cracks into that. We're going to jump up onto the roof now and have a good look at that, all nice and straight across the roof. The odd little tree sap mark here and there and surface scratch, but overall all nice and shiny, no major marks on the roof at all. Back down the rear quarter, lovely and tidy down the rear quarter. As you come down the back of the door, got a few little stone chips here and there on the quarter, no heavy scratching again around the fuel cap, but the odd little stone chip here and there on the quarter. Rub strips are all okay, a little bit of wear to the back of the driver's door. And again on the plastics, you've got that sort of cracking in the lacquer there. The camera might not pick it up, but a slightly heavier scratch towards the back of the arch. Wheels look like they've been refurbed at some point. Just been done, have they? There you go, wheels have just been refurbed. Nice and tidy on the rear light there, that's all okay. Apologies about the noise there, but we are at work. A little bit of a scuff on the rear bumper on the right hand side. Some of this would polish off, a little bit of paint flake there. As you come across the back bumper, we've got a few little pings and pops in the lacquer itself on the back bumper. Left hand corner nice and tidy, rest of the back bumper's all okay, some heavier scratching where stuff's been put in the boot, sort of dullness to the paintwork on the back bumper there. Across the rear boot, tiny little bleb on the corner. Left hand side's all good. As you come up the boot, you'll see we've got some heavier corrosion there, sort of surface corrosion, where it just looks a bit worse where it's run down there, but all intact there. The spoiler itself has got some heavy lacquer peel and some sun fade to the spoiler. So we come round the left hand side rear quarter. Nice and tidy and straight across the rear quarter, no major dings or dents at all there. But again, on all four arches and the plastics front bumper, you have got this sort of, it's like sun fade to the lacquer there. A few marks at the top of the window pillar. But all nice and straight down the rear quarter. Across the lower sill section, nice and tidy. A little bit of paint flake at the top, but all the body kits fit nice and snug to the car itself. No corrosion on the lower half sections of the doors or the rear quarter. A few little stone chips, but that's all. As you come up the passenger door, slightly heavier scratch there, but nothing really bad at all. Wing mirror cap's all okay, a little bit of a scuff on the corner, but no cracks to it anywhere. Nice and tidy on the front edge of the door as you come round the passenger front wing, all okay. We've mentioned a bit at the front and a few heavier scratching to the wing itself. Nice and level, sitting nice and straight, that one as well. Actually, it's the 1.8 litre 16 valve, that one. Double overhead cam. Onto the interior now. Door card itself, all right. A little bit of grubbiness to the net around the insert there, but all okay. A little bit of rust around the speaker hole. Apart from that, nice and tidy, no cracks to the plastic. The Recaro's in the front of this one, all nice and straight in there. They want a bit of a steam clean. We've got a little bit of a stain at the back there, and the cloth's just sort of unpinned itself from the back of the seat there. The bolster's really nice and tidy, a little bit of creasing, but no rips or tears at all to the cloth work on the bolsters. And like I say, that just sticks back through there. And they've got metal clips on the back of them, and they seem to have disappeared off the back of there. Aftermarket steering wheel there. Carpet set's nice and black throughout. Dashboard's all good. Dials are nice and clear. Easy to read there. You can see 101/300 on the speedo there. Nice and tidy down there. Aftermarket head unit, but all the sort of aluminium trim around the dash is lovely and tidy. No heavy wear to that. No real wear to the armrest either. Headlining's nice and clean. Into the rear seats now from the right hand side. Nice and tidy. No rips or tears there to the rear seats. I believe they're factory recorders, aren't they? Yeah. As we come round onto the boot now, James will pull the button for us and open the boot. We'll do the passenger side first while he does that. Nice and tidy on the door card, no real issues at all. That lovely and straight, the plastics, no heavy scratching. Dashboard from the left hand side, nice and tidy. Lovely black carpet set, and that lovely Recaro, lovely and tidy on the left hand side, showing minimal wear really to the bolster, no rips or tears, a few little snags out the insert that wants a little bit of a clean, but that bolster showing minimal wear really at all to that. And from the rear left hand side, a few stains on the seat, but no rips or tears. Once again, lovely and fresh in there. Good steam clean would sort those out. Quite a rare little car, like I mentioned. Into the boot now, parcel shelf, no big holes in that. And the boot floor, we'll lift this up so you can have a good look. Spare steel wheel in there in the boot floor. Onto the engine bay now. Nice and tidy in there. I think we've got the original airbox, haven't we, James? The original airbox is in the boot, which is nice to see. So when people do put these big filters on, it's nice to have the original one there. All nice and tidy in there. Wants a bit of a clean. James is going to fire it into life now. Firing straight into life there, no problems at all with that. I will note one thing, that the window doesn't want to go up. We had it taped up just in case it gets any moisture in there, but the window, you can hear the motor clicking, but it doesn't want to come up, so please bear that one in mind. But apart from that, what a rare little car that is. Just close this bonnet down. And there you have it, the 1999 on a V, a Proton GTI, 1.8, 16 valve. Quite a rare little thing that.